Tonight we are heading to the Umbria. In these tough and depressing pandemic times, when we are only allowed to leave our houses if we are out of toilet paper, the best alternative to travel without abandoning your fortress is wine. So sit back, relax, and join me on 20 Italian wine regions with Corkbreaker. Let's go! Welcome to the green heart of Italy, the land of rolling hills, hilltop villages, and iconic and historic towns. Most importantly, it is a perfect escape from the crowded and better known Tuscany and Lazio regions.
And the best part?
Is that region produces some of the most amazing, undervalued Italian wines. As I mentioned, Umbria is bordered with Toscana to the northwest, Le Marche to the northeast, and south is occupied by Lazio, which makes this region only one in Italy without access to the salty water or other countries. The region is also unofficially called the cousin of Tuscany because it has similar geography, landscape, and climate. Cold and rainy winters and dry summers with abundant sunshine. For a long time, like neighboring Lazio and La Marche, the region was best known for its white wine from the biggest appellation Orvieto d'Ossi. It is based on Trebbiano grape, which in Umbria is referred as Procanico, and some believe it to be a superior clone with smaller grape bunches, which produces a finer wine. Typical Orvieto has a spicy, delicate, and bitter aroma on the finish. In the red section, the most celebrated grapes are Sangiovese and native Sagrantino. The latter one is grown exclusively in the Montefalco area, and in 1992 it was awarded Sagrantino di Montefalco DOCG status. What is so special about this wine?
Well,
Sagrantino has more polyphenols than other red grapes, 2 times more than Cabernet and Merlot, and 3 times more than Sangiovese. The result of this grape comes as a deeply colored, full-bodied wines with tannic backbones, complex aromas, and depth destined for long aging. To help calm down that stallion, there is a mandatory aging period of 37 months, minimum 12 months in oak.
and then?
Their region's most planted grape, occupying 22%, Sangiovese. Top spot for this grape is the second DOCG called Torrigiano Rosso Reserva. Here, structured, complex, and fine wines are made from minimum 70% of Sangiovese grapes in the mix and must be aged at least 3 years before their release, but that release can take up to 30 years.
I've waited years. How many years?
Now let's check what else the region has to offer. First up is the village of Spello and its magical flower festival, L'Infiorata a Spello. Once a year, on the weekend after Corpus Christi, over 1,000 artists are preparing their works only from flowers and petals in the 1.5 kilometer long path in the old town. It's crazy to think how such a colorful and big event happens in a small town with only 8,500 inhabitants. Next up is Cascate delle Marmore. It is one of the highest waterfalls in Europe, pouring water from over 165 meters altitude. The most amazing thing about this beast is that it was founded by the Romans in the year 271 before Christ. So it is just another Roman engineering masterpiece, which was created for draining wetland near the river Nera. And lastly, don't know if you knew, but Umbria is also seen as the truffle capital of Italy. Some families are hunting truffles for centuries, and if you are a fan of truffles, I think I only tried it once, but I'm already a fan, then you should go to Taverna del Lupo in Gubbio and have a feast of black truffle dishes. So the wine of the region is Freccia degli Scacchi 2017 by Terre Margaritelli. Winery was established in 1950 when Fernando Margaritelli started this operation as a retirement business to produce wine for himself and his family. In 2000, his son Giuseppe, in honor of his father's passion, decided to expand the property and give life to Terre Margaritelli. Now, in the heart of Umbria between Assisi and Perugia, estate owns 60 hectares of organic vineyards divided by 8 white and 8 red local and international grapes, producing around 140,000 bottles per year. What is interesting is that all of the French oak barrels are made from the oak, which comes from the Margaritelli sawmill built in 1962 in Fontaine. So the best Burgundian oak for Italian wine is guaranteed. This wine comes from the Torgiano Rosso Riserva d'Osg and is made from 100% Sangiovese grapes. It was aged in oak barrels for 24 months and later in the bottle for another 2 years. Let's taste it. It has medium intensity ruby red color, medium intensity aromas of raspberries, red cherries, violets, blueberry jam, and licorice. Mouth has high acidity, medium alcohol, and medium soft tannins. On the palate, huge blueberry attack. I love this wine. I never been a biggest fan of Sangiovese, but this wine is a perfect tool to represent this fine grape and awesome region. Let me know in the comments if you ever tried wine from Umbria. Don't forget to like and follow. Salute!